Hi guys, Ken here, Postcards from Cebu. So telecommunication in the Philippines. It's kind of an interesting story. Well, to me it's interesting, maybe not to you, I don't know. But I travel a lot internationally for work. And I bought a cell phone some time ago so that folks would be able to contact me while I was overseas. And there was a company called Telecom, and they sold a phone called the JT. And the JT came with a SIM card, and the SIM card had an international number and a USA number on it, so that folks in the US could call me toll free, and then folks international could call me on the UK number. And that worked okay for a little while. Then Vivian and I, I met Vivian and went to the Philippines. And I decided then that it would be a good idea if I had a Philippine number, because Vivian could contact me. It would be much less expensive for her to just send a text to a local number than it would be to send it to the UK or the US. So on my way out, as I was leaving that first trip, I stopped at a kiosk at the airport and I bought a SIM card from Globe Telecom. I still use the same number today. And so the way they do it in the Philippines is called prepaid. It's also called prepaid here in the US. But here, I think it's a recent phenomenon. I think it's been around quite a bit longer in the Philippines. And so you put on the SIM card a thing called a load. Is different here. Here you pay monthly in advance, but there you just put a load on. You can put it on whenever you feel like it. And once you have a load, that entitles you to a certain amount of time making calls, sending texts, stuff like that. A certain number of texts per month. Then on this last trip, when we got married, the Telecom, the JT thing, just really wasn't working well for me, and I wanted to use my regular US number in the phone instead. But I really didn't care much for the phone. So in January, when we got married, we went out to the mall, and I bought a Samsung J5, very nice smartphone. This one here. And you'll notice that up here at the top it says T-Mobile and ATT/Globe. So that the ATT, when I'm in the US, I'm actually roaming on Globe's network. I'm roaming on AT&T in the US, but my regular US number is on T-Mobile. I just recently made that change. Previously it was on Cricket and my phone was locked, my US phone, and I couldn't do anything about it. But when I bought the Samsung in Philippines, it came with 2 SIM card slots, a dual SIM. So one of the SIM cards is the Globe SIM card, and the other is my US number at a T-Mobile account. T-Mobile now offers the same thing. They'll give you a SIM card, port your number over, good to go. Not very expensive either. With T-Mobile, I bought the international plan as well, so that for business, if folks need to contact me, they can just call my US number and they'll reach me regardless of where I'm at in the world. There are 3 major telecom companies in the Philippines: Globe, Telecom, Sun Cellular, and Smart Telecom. And there's a couple of smaller ones. I think it's called Talk and Text and Touch Mobile. I've only used Globe, so that's the only one I have any experience with, but it seems to work okay for me. Every once in a while my roaming will stop and I have to send a message to them and get it back roaming again. Also, the thing you have to watch is the load, but Vivian and I kind of have a pretty good habit of putting just something small. 50 peso load is all I need just to be able to keep my phone alive and be able to receive a text from Vivian if we need to. The vast majority of the time, Vivian and I, we used to communicate with Skype a lot, but we talk twice a day. Now we use Facebook Messenger right on the phone, and when we're connected to Wi-Fi, it's free of charge, costs nothing more if you have a Facebook account. And it's funny, when I bought this phone, at the wireless store at the mall, the girl behind the counter, I was joking about Vivian taking selfies, and she's like, "Oh, Filipinos, they love selfies, and they take pictures of themselves, selfies all the time, and they upload them to Facebook." So consequently, Facebook is very, very popular in the Philippines as well. So almost every Filipino has a Facebook account, and once you get to know her, you can certainly chat with her over Facebook Messenger. For Vivian, she needs to be near the Wi-Fi, otherwise it gets really expensive. We can text over Messenger, it's not too bad. But to do the video conferencing thing, it eats up a lot of bandwidth, so she needs to be connected to Wi-Fi when that happens. There were occasions where the internet goes down at the house, and so she'll run out and get what they call a data load put on her, just a load to be able to use data over the cellular network in the Philippines, a data load. So she'll go and have a data load put on her phone as well, so she can at least text me. So anyway, guys, that's kind of a brief overview of the telecom thing in the Philippines. That's how I do it. Research it. There may be better ways. If there are, let me know. Comments below. And don't forget the subscribe button up there. We'd love to have you join us. So please subscribe. Stay updated on the channel. Still about a month away, but I'll be going back to Cebu pretty soon. And Vivian and I will be touring around quite a bit. And we will get some video for you. Also, Vivian and I were talking, and she promised that she will make a video telling you guys how she met me. So that ought to be interesting to see. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Subscribe, comments in the section below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you.